As I mentioned earlier, there are a number of great services on campus that are designed solely to help you succeed. The ones we will be exploring in detail that we think are extra useful for someone aiming for a physics major are the library, the Writing Communication Center, and the QSC. First of all, a good student would use the library as the vast collection of checkoutable information that it is. Yes, checkoutable. Unlike a lot of internet articles, the books offered are legitimate and cite every claim in their pages. While we're on the topic of internet, they have a lot of computers that you can use too, just in case if you don't have a laptop or your assignment's online and you can't access it at home. The Writing Center is another great resource and a place a good student might find himself a lot of the time. Being a collective of good writers that can look over your college essays, these guys have 3 ways of direct contact and assistance. That's right, 3. Face-to-face conversations, online conferences, and phone conferences. On top of that, the webpage offers a link to a large collection of resources that are designed to improve your writing on your own time. For those of you looking for that face-to-face conversation, that way you can get the most out of your experience, here are their hours. The QSC is the last student service I'll be talking about. The QSC is probably your most important tool as a physics major student. There you'll find a staff of tutors who are able to help you with your homework and answer questions you have about the quantitative topics you are studying. While they don't know everything, they are certainly an amazing resource for you if you are struggling. Test coming up and you feel a little uneasy about some of the problems on the review? Bring it into the QSC and sit down with a tutor specific to that field. That's what the good student would do. Now, being considered the bad student in this case would involve failing to ask questions when you're confused. Even worse, not getting help when you don't understand something could be detrimental to your learning experience. We all like to figure things out, but don't be afraid to ask questions. Here's what Amber Parsons, head of the QSC, had to say.
Effective students are students who have read the book, they've attended class, they've taken notes, they've tried the homework set, they've tried to apply what they've learned, and they can identify what it is about the problem that they don't know. Even if it's just, I can get to here and now I'm stuck. So a prepared student is really helpful to have when you're trying to problem solve. Other habits of effective students. Effective students are students who have a can-do mindset, an open learning mindset. That is, they don't believe that their understanding of a subject, in particular math, is fixed. That, like, I'm good at math. And then if they hit hard times, all of a sudden, I must not be good at math. But instead they have a mindset that says, hey, there are some challenges in math, but I can apply myself to them, I can think deeply about them, and I can overcome those challenges, and I can learn. So students that have that can-do attitude, rather than either I'm good or I'm not good, or I'm smart or I'm not smart, but just to allow the fact that we're all growing, we're all learning, and to give themselves that freedom. Those are the most effective students, and in all of the studies on the brain and learning, those are the students that are going to achieve the highest in their academic careers.
What are some bad examples?
Bad examples: not going to class, showing up at the QSC and saying, I don't get it, teach me, with no background information, nothing to draw upon. Learning is a very effortful process. Yes, that is actually a word. Effortful is now a word, thanks to neuroscience. Students who expect to be spoon-fed, that's a very poor learning strategy. You need to take charge of your learning and own it, and be proactive, take steps. Simply expecting someone to explain it to you, show you how to do it, or even do it for you is not going to be effective in your learning.